Have you changed your mind now after these last couple games?
I have indeed. The Raptors will not beat the Cavs in 6. They will beat them in 7. And I will explain.
What?
The Raptors are in some trouble here. They're in some trouble. The Cavs have a psychological whammy on them. That's really what's going on. The analytics, as I mentioned yesterday, our friends at Second Spectrum, shout out Ben Alamar here at Analytics.
Don't incriminate anybody else. Don't do that to them. Don't do that to them. Hold on.
The Raptors have an 87% chance to beat the Cavs in a 7-game series. And as I mentioned, a 19% chance to sweep them. But there is a human element here. This does not get played on a computer. It does get played on a court between human beings, among people. And clearly, Toronto gets tight playing the Cavs. So I will say that the Cavs will be able to split at Toronto. But I believe Toronto will split right back with the Cavs. And by the time in Cleveland, and by the time you get to a Game 7, you would think, well, in a Game 7, the Raptors are going to be so tight. Obviously, the Cavs are going to win. But I'm telling you that the Raptors are, in fact, so superior to the Cavs that psychological whammy will take the Cavs to a Game 7. But by then, the Raptors will have beaten Cleveland at least once on the road. They will have more confidence, and they will beat the Cavs in the playoffs.
Max, man,
if the Cavs get there.
Max, man, interject. Who was the stats? The stats you brought up. What's the name of the people that you brought up for the stats? Who are they?
Second Spectrum. That's analytics.
All right.
And Ben Alamar, our head of analytics here at ESPN.
Ben Alamar, right?
Yes.
Yes.
First of all, my apologies to Second Spectrum. My apologies to Ben Alamar. Oh, no. Max Kellerman does not get to sit up there and piggyback off of. Don't drag other people into that hole of yours. Oh, no. Stand alone. Man up. Let me get this straight. So you're bringing up analytics. Hold on. I'm coming to you now because I want to hear what you got to say. So you bring up analytics and you bring up Ben Alamar, and all that amounts to is a 1-game difference after what you saw, after further evidence has been provided to you as to what happens to DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry when they go up against LeBron. After all of that combined with the Second Spectrum and Ben Alamar, all you got is a 6-game to a 7-game series. That's it. That's all.
Well, there's a reason for that, Stephen A., which is I really thought it was more like a sweep or a 5-game series, but because I acknowledged the Raptors have problems with the Cavs, I made it a 6-game series. And now it's clear their problems are real. It's not just, well, I'm getting a sense of this from last year.
It wasn't clear last year? It wasn't clear the year before
but this
that?
Is a new year.
It wasn't clear earlier this year? Wasn't clear? Wasn't clear?
Not as clear as it is to me right now. Nope, not as clear as it is to me right now. Therefore, I will say the Cavs extend the series. Even make it a 7-game series, even though they're the inferior team.
Let me tell you something right now. The Cleveland Cavaliers will beat the Toronto Raptors in a playoff series. Period. Because of LeBron James. Period. Because of the best player in the world, according to you. Period. Because Second Spectrum backed you up. Period. Because Ben Alamar backed you up. Period. I'm sorry for even mentioning them because they don't deserve what you have subjected them to. They don't deserve to be associated with Max Kellerman on this particular subject because they're just going by numbers. Oh, no, Max didn't just go by the numbers, even though you're prone to do that. Max didn't just go by the numbers when it came to this. Max ignored what Max says about LeBron James. Max ignored what those Beetlejuice eyes of his continuously see whenever LeBron James goes up against the Toronto Raptors. Max Kellerman ignored what he had seen from DeMar DeRozan. And he said, you know what, bump all that. When the Toronto Raptors go up against this Cleveland Cavaliers squad, oh, you know what? They're going to smoke them. They're going to take them out in 6. And now after all of this, after last night, after reading the evidence that you followed up by watching, okay? All you got is a 1-game difference. It will not amount to that. They were never going to lose to them in 6. They were never going to lose to them in 7. The Cleveland Cavaliers will not lose to the Toronto Raptors in a playoff series.
That may be true. You know why?
Because they have LeBron and Toronto has DeRozan. Period.